Tune in, right now. This is not a forecast you can listen to and forget. This is an energetic transmission, a vibrational key activating in your consciousness in real time. The clock is already ticking. It has begun. November 4th is not just a date on the calendar. It is a portal, a point of no return your soul has awaited for millennia. Your entire life, every fall, every breath, every moment of unclear longing was merely a prelude to this moment. Feel the air around you. It has become dense, thick, charged as if with ozone after an unseen storm. This is because the fabric of reality has thinned to parchment, and the light of a new world is already seeping through. You are standing on the threshold. You have always been standing on this threshold, but only now has the door begun to slow, relentlessly open, and this text is just the quiet creak of its hinges, meant only for your ears. This is the activation code for those who are ready. For you. You notice it in your body, a strange, almost leaden cellular fatigue that sleep cannot cure. This is not illness, not burnout. Your body is shedding old energetic archives, gigabytes of pain and fear accumulated by generations. This is a physical process. The fog in your head, the inability to concentrate, as if a soft veil has fallen between you and the world. This is your old, logical mind shutting down because its processors cannot handle the incoming light streams. You feel a subtle, barely perceptible vibration in your body, especially when lying in silence, or a hum in your limbs. This is your nervous system tuning to a new, higher frequency. Tingling or heat in your palms, in the centers of your feet. These are your centers of creation activating, remembering how to create reality through the power of intention. You swing between chills and hot flashes for no apparent reason. This is karmic debris being burned away, old programs burning out at a cellular level. And that quiet, high-pitched, almost angelic ringing in your ears. It is not tinnitus. It is the sound of the universe's tuning fork, adjusting your inner instrument. I repeat, this is not an illness. These are the symptoms of the great transition. Your body is remembering its original divine blueprint. Your emotions have become a seesaw, an unpredictable ocean. One moment, you are overwhelmed by a baseless, chilling, existential anxiety. Do not look for its cause in your life. This is not your anxiety. You, as a sensitive receiver, are catching the agony of the old world, the collective fear of the matrix as it crumbles. And the next moment, for no reason at all, you are pierced by a needle of crystalline, childlike optimism, a feeling that something inexpressibly beautiful is about to happen. These are glimpses, photons of the new reality already reaching your consciousness. You might cry for no reason, looking at a tree or listening to music. This is not sentimentality. Your body is releasing accumulated pain through water, clearing the emotional reservoirs. And those sudden, scorching flashes of anger over small things. This is not a breakdown. This is your system deleting corrupt files, uprooting implants of injustice and powerlessness. November 4th, this karmic rift acts like a giant lunar spotlight, pulling absolutely everything hidden in the darkest cellars of your subconscious to the surface. Not for punishment, for healing. To understand what is happening, forget everything you knew. This is not astrology in the old sense. This is the quantum mechanics of the spirit. What begins on November 4th can only be described by one term: the great acoustic realignment of the soul. Imagine that your soul, your true self, is not something abstract, but a complex and divinely beautiful musical instrument, like a grand piano or a cello. Over thousands of years of life in a dense, low-frequency world, This instrument has become untuned. Its strings, your neural pathways, its soundboard, your heart, were covered in the dust of trauma, the dissonance of fear, the false notes of others' opinions and programs of guilt. You were making a sound, but your sound was distorted. The great acoustic realignment is the moment when the cosmic tuner, the source itself, strikes its tuning fork. This tuning fork is the purest vibration of truth, love, and light. And its sound, its wave, passes through the entire universe, forcing every instrument, every soul, to resonate in response. Your body and consciousness are now undergoing this forced tuning to return to your original, pure, and unique melody. This is a complete reset of the acoustic chaos. Why right now? Why is this karmic rift on November 4th so important? Because a critical mass has been reached. A sufficient number of souls on this planet, including yours, have reached a point of readiness. The Earth itself, as a living being, is raising its base frequency, shaking off the low vibrational noise. The energy arriving now is fundamentally different from the gentle waves of past years. This is not a gentle tide. This is a focused, sonic blast of light, a surgically precise resonant stream that destroys only false, artificial constructs. It does not touch what is true. This is an inevitable evolutionary leap. Imagine, within our metaphor, the tuner is not just tweaking the pegs. He's using a powerful, concentrated sound to literally strip layers of old, toxic varnish from your instrument, the varnish that prevented the wood from breathing and vibrating freely. This varnish is your false beliefs, your pain, your attachments. The process can feel like a scalpel of light, cutting away everything you are not, to leave only your pure, resonant essence. You yourself chose to be here at this time for this total recalibration. You are looking for proof. Your mind demands signs. They are everywhere, but not where you are used to looking. Stop waiting for the clocks to stop. Start noticing something else. You will notice how the shadows at sunset have become deeper, more velvety, as if they have gained an extra dimension. You will pour a glass of ordinary water and suddenly feel that it has become sweeter, more alive, as if its structure has changed. Familiar music you have heard hundreds of times will suddenly bring uncontrollable streams of tears, not of sadness, but of the deepest recognition, as if your soul is remembering something infinitely important. You will begin to see strange flashes of light in your peripheral vision, quick sparks, or subtle geometric patterns with your eyes closed. This is not a hallucination. This is you beginning to perceive the subtle planes, to see energy directly. Within our acoustic realignment, it is not the world that is changing. It is your hearing and sight that are becoming so refined that you are beginning to hear the true music of things and see the light from which reality is woven. Silence will cease to be just the absence of sound. It will begin to resonate, to vibrate, filling you with information and peace. The signs appear not only externally, but also internally in your own body, which is becoming a flawless barometer of truth. Pay attention to your food. You will be inexplicably drawn to clean, living foods, to fruits, vegetables, pure water. And your body will begin to physically reject low vibrations. Alcohol, once enjoyed, will seem like poison, a sweet cake like cloying chemicals. A piece of meat will cause sudden heaviness and rejection. This is not a diet. This is your system, tuning to a pure tone, no longer able to assimilate dissonance. Your intuition will sharpen to the level of a superpower. You will simply know when to call, where to go, what to say. It will not be thoughts. It will be a deep, gut, unerring feeling, like an internal compass whose needle always points to truth. And your dreams, they will become vivid, tangible, instructional. You will wake up with a clear feeling that you were not sleeping, but were in training, unpacking new archives. In sleep, your nervous system, your instrument, rehearses its new part, mastering new, higher octaves of being. You will see the most obvious, and sometimes the most painful signs in the realm of relationships. People who have been part of your life for years will suddenly begin to disappear. Without quarrels, without drama, quietly and naturally, as if the river of your life is gently changing its course, and their boats are simply left in the old, drying stream. This is not betrayal. This is the law of resonance. Their frequency no longer matches yours. The masks that others wear, and that you yourself were used to wearing, will become physically unbearable. You will perceive falseness and insincerity as nausea, as physical discomfort. You will begin to feel lies, not guess, but feel them, as a sudden cold in your solar plexus, as a dissonance in the air, as an unpleasant, subtle smell. As part of the acoustic reel string, your system can no longer tolerate false notes. It seeks pure resonance, harmony. Any attempt to play a part that is not yours, to deceive yourself or another, will create a grating in your field, like the sound of a nail on glass. The system is deleting incompatible files and seeking pure, harmonious accord. Let's talk about what worries your mind, about money, about abundance. I declare, all programs of poverty, scarcity, and survival struggle are not your reality. They are low-frequency noise, viral acoustic programs recorded onto your hard drive by generations of fear. They create a constant background static that drowns out your true melody of abundance. The karmic rift of November 4th and the great acoustic reel string are a powerful antiviral stream that burns away these destructive frequencies. It erases the white noise of lack from your field. You will suddenly realize that you were never a victim of circumstances. You are the source. You are the generator of reality. You will stop chasing money because you will remember that you are the energy they represent. The flow of abundance will open up from the most unexpected places because you will stop blocking it with your own dissonant sound. Money is just energy, and energy always flows where there is no resistance, where a pure and powerful tone of confidence and worthiness sounds. And now, about love. Relationships. Your heart is the most precious and most sensitive instrument in your entire system, and it is covered in scars, micro-fractures from past disappointments, betrayals, losses. These scars create dissonance, causing your heart to sound strained, pained, and by the law of resonance, to attract similarly wounded, incomplete souls. You were looking for a half because you did not feel whole. The great acoustic realignment is like the work of a brilliant violin maker, who with a divine touch heals every crack in the soundboard of your soul. It does not erase your experience, but transmutes the pain into wisdom. Toxic, karmic connections built on dependency and fear will begin to fall away on their own. The etheric cords tying you to the past will be severed. And when your heart is cleansed of old dissonance, it will begin to radiate its pure, true melody. And to this sound will come not a half, but another whole, beautifully sounding instrument. It will not be a dance of codependency, but a harmony of two free, sovereign universes. And finally, the most important promise. The promise about you. That eternal background noise in your head, that quiet, exhausting anxiety that has been with you for as long as you can remember. It will disappear. Just one morning, you will wake up and realize it is gone. and in its place will not be emptiness, but a resonant, full, velvety silence. This is the pure tone of your soul, which you will finally be able to hear when the static of the old matrix is erased. You will attain a state of diamond, piercing clarity. The fog will lift. You will know who you are, why you are here, and what to do. Not from books, not from teachings, but from this deep inner stillness. Your true creative power will awaken, not to survive, but to create worlds. This is your new operating state, the state of the creator. It is like living in a stuffy, locked room your whole life, and suddenly throwing open all the windows, and for the first time, breathing in fresh, clean air with your full lungs. This is the taste of freedom. But there is a price. For such a total transformation, there is always a price. And that price is the courage to walk through the fire. Before the new operating system can be installed, the old one must be completely deleted. And this process is a fiery purification. You cannot build a temple of light on a rotten, parasite-infested foundation. The foundation must be burned clean. The process of restringing your instrument will feel like the fever before the healing. It is the crescendo of pain before the coming silence. The universe must tighten the old, false strings of your ego to their limit, so they either tune to the correct tone or snap with a deafening crack. It will be painful. It will be frightening. It will feel like you are dying. And in a way, you are. Your old personality, your false identification, your ego is dying. Do not fear this fire. It is the fire of love, and it burns only your prison bars. Trust it. It is necessary. And at the very peak of this process, in the days around November 4th, your shadow will rise. Everything you hid from yourself, your deepest fears, your suppressed anger, your ingrained guilt, your sense of worthlessness, all of it will rise from your subconscious like a thick, dark wave, to be seen and released. Simultaneously, the outside world will begin to test you. People, even the closest ones, will unconsciously push your most painful buttons, provoke you, devalue you, drag you into old dramas and conflicts. This is the final exam. The universe is asking you, have you truly chosen the new reality? Or will you let the old cacophony drag you back into its chaos? Your ego will scream in panic, demanding reaction, defense, attack. It will beg you to return to familiar suffering. And your main test is, can you maintain the state of the pure, loving observer? Can you refuse to engage in this last, desperate concert of the old world? This is the deep clean before the installation of your soul's new software. So what should you do in this critical moment? The answer is paradoxically simple. Nothing. Your task is not to interfere with the great tuner. Become the total, loving, uninvested observer. Imagine you are sitting on the bank of a mighty river, and it is carrying all the garbage of your past life past you. Old grudges, fears, broken furniture of beliefs. Your job is to just sit and watch, without jumping into the water to save some rotten chair. Be in silence as much as you possibly can. Turn off the external noise, news, social media, empty conversations. Your system needs silence for calibration. Drink a lot of pure water. Water is a liquid crystal, a perfect conductor for the new light codes that are now pouring into your body. And most importantly, trust the process completely, even when it hurts, even when it is scary. Breathe through it. Inhale peace. Exhale pain. Do not try to help. Do not try to speed it up. Do not try to understand. You are the precious instrument. Just let the master do his work. And what must you absolutely, categorically not do in these days? First and foremost, do not enter into conflict. Any conflict, any argument, any judgment is a voluntary connection to the old, low-frequency grid. It is a rollback to the old version, a cancellation of the installation. You are just draining the precious energy given to you for transformation into the black hole of the old matrix. Second, do not try to analyze what is happening with your mind. Your old processor is not capable of understanding this process. It will panic, it will show an error, it will claim that everything is collapsing and you are going crazy. The mind is a calculator trying to comprehend a symphony. Disconnect it. Third, do not cling to the old. Not to people, not to habits, not to jobs that are clearly leaving your life. If you grip the old, rusty string, the tuner cannot install the new, silver one. Your hand must be empty to receive the gifts of the new reality. Let go of everything. And when the storm subsides, when the last dissonant note falls silent, a deep, all-pervading stillness will come. A silence you have never experienced before. You will feel an incredible lightness in your body, as if an invisible lead suit has been removed from you. In your mind, there will be absolute, ringing clarity. The great acoustic realignment of the soul will be complete. Your soul's new operating system will be activated. You will, for the first time, feel what true synchronization is, when your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions sound in perfect, divine harmony. Your life will transform from a struggle into a dance, from chaos into music. You will become a perfectly tuned orchestra, performing the unique symphony of your soul. And then you will understand. You will understand everything without words. Welcome to your true key. Welcome home. You are the creator. You are